And we are live. What's going on, folk? It is your boy Big Kev on the mic again. And I have two beautiful ladies with me today. Go ahead and introduce
Two.
yourselves, ladies.
Jay, you want to go first?
Hey
Really?
y'all, my name is yeah, I'll take it. What's good, everybody? Hopefully this is going to my stream as well. For those that don't know me, my name is Jay Ross. Nice to meet everyone here. I look forward to our conversation today and you all joining in to be a part.
What's going on, everyone? Thank you, Jay. That was a great introduction for yourself. Welcome, welcome. And as you guys know, I am Danielle. My cousin will call me Ash. It's fine. Um, so welcome. And it is on my. It's telling me that I'm live on my page. So
All
hey,
right, y'all don't
y'all.
have to announce that. We're good. So we're good. So anyway, continuing on a conversation that we had last week, folk. We are here for another episode. And this episode right here is titled, as you guys see over here to my right, it says protection isn't just physical. Let's unpack that. So what we were talking about last time is we were talking about um, pretty much providing and protecting for a woman. What do we provide and how do we protect? And we got on the subject pretty much of providing. And these, the ladies right here, they inform me that providing may not be the way us men visualize or interpret providing. So we were going to break down exactly what providing is to a woman from a woman's perspective. Of course, they're not a monolith, so we may get two different answers here, but we may get the same answer. We never know. But let's go ahead and go ahead and unpack this. What exactly did you guys mean by that when you said that providing isn't just physical or protection isn't just physical?
Protection. Providing versus protection. So we're definitely dealing with protection right now. And
Mm-hmm.
most times we think of protecting someone like an army would protect um, their country, or you on the street, you go protect yourself, protect whoever. But we're not talking always about physical protection. Yeah, when a woman is with a man, is out with a man, she wants to feel protected. She wants to feel safe in his presence, that if something goes down, of course, he's going to be right there to protect her. But the
Mm-hmm.
protection goes so much further. We are getting into the emotional things now, because I want you to protect my heart. I want you to protect my peace. So these are the things that we don't necessarily talk about when we're talking about protecting. So it's a lot that goes into that word for me.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and lead off, Ashley, and tell me what you feel like the providing and protection thing means to you exactly.
So you made the statement like what you were saying the last time. Like when it comes to one thing that I've recognized, or I feel like I notice oftentimes when having a
Mm-hmm.
conversation with men, is that when they say, "Oh, what men are supposed to provide," the first thing that comes to their mind when they think of that word "provide" is we're talking about financial.
Mm-hmm.
But oftentimes, especially in this age and stage that we're in, right,
Mm-hmm.
financial isn't the primary thing that we're looking for, right? My one of my favorites is, do you make me feel safe, right? Do you provide a safe space for me?
Mm-hmm.
So it it could be that maybe you might be down and out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I feel safe in your space, then for me, you are providing and protecting for me, because you can have a million, but if I don't feel safe in your space, then I don't want to be bothered with you, because I can't be vulnerable. I can't be who I need to be. I'm gonna be strong for the world outside, but when I come home into this
Mm-hmm.
space, into this relationship, and I mean, not saying that we live together or anything like that, but if we're supposed to be in a relationship, when
Mm-hmm.
I come to you in that relationship, do you make me feel safe in that space? And that's what I need for someone to provide for me, right? And that's oftentimes that's most females. You'll hear us say, matter of fact, Cardi B made a song here recently on her new album. It's called Safe. It's specifically talking about providing that safe space for her. and making sure she feels comfortable and secure and protected in that space has nothing to do primarily with the financial aspect. It's also about that, as Jay said, spiritual, emotional, things of that nature. You got to get a little bit deeper with females when it comes to things in that avenue.
Okay, so safe in your own space. All right.
Safe.
So and I understand. I understand where you guys are going there. So give me an example of how a man could make a woman feel safer in her own space. Jay, if you want to go ahead and lead this.
Yeah. So just quickly, uh, women, from what I've been hearing and from what I've been experiencing myself, have been I would say have not been able to be themselves. I've not been able to be myself fully because you you kind of get to talking to somebody, you get to knowing somebody, and it's going along a good path, but something just doesn't feel right. So
Okay.
what I want to point out here is once we kind of pick up on something being off, we're not going to act our best. You're not going to see the best of us. So you're going to fall short of that woman's potential if you do not make her feel safe. And by making her feel safe, that means that you're not out here doing everybody or doing anybody else. When she when a woman feels she can be vulnerable with you, she feels protected, she feels cherished, then that's when you're going to get the best qualities out of a woman. And I'm sure that men have certain things that do it for them as well, but make us feel safe. Make us feel safe. Protect this heart right here. Because we go through so much as it is. We just got done talking about our hair, black hair, what we go through as black females dealing with our hair and having to come up with laws to protect us in the workplace because of our natural
Mm.
hair that grows about our scalp. So we go, I mean, that's something small compared to the things that we go through. We all go through a lot. So that's what we need from our man, from our partner, is just to feel safe, protected, protect my heart.
Okay, Ashley, go ahead and chime in on this because we want all of what we can get. We want all the information. Us men, we want all the information we can get from you women. Exactly what you mean by what you're saying here. So go ahead and break it down.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a prime example, right?
Yeah, break it down. Make it plain.
So recently, we're gonna protect the innocent, right? So we're just gonna kind of make it bare minimum. So 2024, um,
Mm-hmm.
my dad, uh, my dad died, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a thing because I didn't have that relationship with him, right? And I wasn't talking to him. And actually, right when he passed away, I was actually like saying, "Oh, I need to call and check on him," right? And
Mm-hmm.
boom, he passed away. Okay, so this person I was spending time with, person on the outside to the outside world, nobody liked them, right? Nobody liked them. But I'm like, y'all, when we in our just him and I in our space, it's a totally different world, right? Like the outside world, y'all see the asshole, okay, and that is what he was, right? But when we're just one on one, the way that I was able to just be completely vulnerable in his space and the way he was able to be completely vulnerable in my space is what allowed us to have the relationship that we had. So fast forward, my dad died. We was no longer dealing with each other, right? But I needed a space because I was in the East Coast. I needed a space that I can just go to and just be vulnerable and cry about the situation without having to
And just
put
love them.
it. But he didn't even really do that. He just let me be. Just let me be.
Just and that
Like
that's it. That's
like
it.
literally, I called him and was like, "Hey, I just need to come to your house and go to sleep." And he was like, "All right, come on." He sat on his side of the bed. I sat on my side of the bed. He let me cry. Woke up the next morning. He was like, "You coming back tonight?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll be back tonight." Nothing happened. He did his own life because he was in. I think he was in a relationship. I ain't even gonna front, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he just had that understanding that I needed that space. before I went to my dad's celebration of life, I was like, hey, I need to go out. I want to just go out and party. He was in the bed. He was like, all right, come on, let's go. But again, to the outside world, he an asshole, right? But I kept telling everybody, I'm like, and it's funny because I just had this conversation with another person about somebody totally different, somebody she's dating. And she was like, my friends don't like him. She was like, but when we're together, he's so, and I'm like, yo, I understand, because on the outside world, they might look like this. But when it's just us, being able to provide that vulnerable space that where I can just literally be myself. At the same time, I had somebody invite me to Africa, same like a little bit, a few months afterwards, right? And I had to decline because I know that that person doesn't make a space for me to be able to be vulnerable in their space, right? Like I feel like when I'm with that person, I'm walking on pins and needles all the time. They don't protect or provide. And I know they can, but for me, that's not what I feel when I'm in their space. It's not a safe space. So in that moment, I'm still in the same battle with the outside world in this relationship with this person. So
Hmm.
why would I want to be here if I'm still doing the same thing that I'm doing outside of the house? It's kind of like how when men say, why would I want to be with a female that if I'm fighting outside and I'm coming to the house and I'm still fighting, right? Why would
Yep.
I want to have that? So that's the same thing for us. But for us, we're like, listen, don't get caught up on your finances, right? Because if you got a little and I got a little, your little and my little gonna make a little bit a lot, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
But as long as we both are in a safe space with each other, like if you can come and you can talk to me about what you dealing with in the outside world, and I can talk to you about what I'm dealing with in the outside world, and we can
Hmm.
collab together to figure out how to get past that to better us, then that's what we really need. The finances, they gonna come.
Okay.
They're gonna
Okay.
come. And
I got you.
especially in this age right here. Because all look, Jade's sitting in her house, I'm sitting in my house, you sitting in your house, right? Most of us, all of us got our own house somewhere, some way, shape, or form, right?
Mm. Okay. Okay.
So
I got you. I got you. So, I
Hold
mean,
on, hold on,
all
cuz,
right,
hold on,
break it
cuz.
down. Break it down some more. Break it down some more.
No,
Go ahead. Rock with it.
no, but this is where I turned it on you because we want to know, how do you guys see that? Like where's this disconnect? Do you know that? Like what do you think of as protecting a woman before this conversation?
Oh, before this conversation, of course, the traditional protect and provide are pretty much make sure the protection is there, make sure that you're her first line of defense, definitely, if anything goes down, whether outside the house or whether inside the house. You have to make sure that your wife knows that you are there for her when it comes to the physical shit, no doubt. You gotta be ready for that. You know what I'm saying? So she has to us. That's a big part of it, and then also the provide is huge as well because some brothers will go into a deep depression because they feel like they can't quite provide for their significant other like they feel like they need to. Because, traditionally, back in the day, what you had is you had a bunch of men that pretty much worked, and that's all they did. They worked,
mm-hmm,
paid
mm-hmm,
bills, came home, and chilled for a little bit of time that they got to chill, and went out and did the same thing 5 days straight, 6 days straight, 7 days straight. Right? They were workaholics. My father was a workaholic, but my mama also was a workaholic too. But they were workaholics, and like I said, they didn't worry about as much as what we do as men today. They weren't worried about PTAs. They weren't worried about parent teacher conference. They weren't worried about going to your kids' play or going to every single football, basketball, baseball game. Our parents really wasn't worried about that. Did they try to make their way there all the time? Of course they did, but not like our
absolutely.
generation. So now what we have is we have men that not just want to work hard for our women and make sure that we're providing financially, but we want to make sure that we're there every step of the way, which puts more stress on us. But what you guys are asking for is not a lot. It's not a lot, to be honest with you, to
Mm,
say that you want a safe space to where you could be yourself. And that's pretty much just I mean, if you have a significant other that's your friend, they're gonna do that anyway. Definitely. They gonna give you your space to be yourself. It don't matter how silly, quirky, funny, or whatever you are, you gonna be able to be yourself around somebody. What I'm trying to figure out is like when you guys say I would assume only a few cats, males, were able to make you feel safe in a safe space. Am I correct in saying that? So
Yeah.
not every man can make you feel that way.
No. And as I'm listening to you, I'm seeing we may have two completely different expectations, period,
Mm-hmm.
going into it, because you see what our definition is. So we're expecting this definition, but then you have a different understanding of what that means. And how do you, what, maybe you would put protecting a woman's heart under like loyalty or something, maybe different. Like, what do what, how do you categorize that?
Okay,
Because
now
maybe we
in your
just talk different language.
right. Now, in your case, and what you're talking about is just not the protecting as far as the physical, is her physically being attacked by someone. This is also attacking. I mean, this is also protecting her heart, her mind, and her energy. And like you said before, a man not stepping out on a woman will definitely protect that, because if you do step out on your woman, then of course what happens from there is just it's a domino effect. It's problems within her, it's problems within you, it's problem within the house completely. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a safe space to be in. To put a woman in that situation, to say, well, I'm gonna go out here and sleep with some other chicks or whatever, right? To put a woman in that situation, and you're gonna get caught because you're a fucking man, and we don't do a good job with that.
Not
You
so
know, I
good at
mean, I mean, men are stupid. We think that we can actually go out here and cheat on a woman, and that's just gonna it's never gonna come to fruition. It's never gonna come to light. It makes no sense. Women are much sharper than we are when it comes to memory and things that are being said. So you're eventually gonna get caught up in your shit, right? So basically, what I'm saying is like if you don't do that to your woman, then that is providing definitely a safe space for her mentally. That's one less thing she has to worry about. You know what I'm saying? From an emotional aspect, anything. I mean, anyway, because like I said, it's one less thing she has to worry about is my man out here fucking on some woman he ain't got no business fucking on, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't bringing me nothing home. He ain't trying to make no baby on me. He ain't doing none of that shit. He just chilling. So I get that. I get that. I think men want the same exact thing when it comes to um, that safe space as well. We want the same thing. We want a woman that you don't have to worry about that. That's the last thing you have to worry about, because once the trust is broken, it's hard to get it back. Let's ask that question. Can you guys ever trust after being cheated on by a man? Women, can
Mm.
that happen? Break it down and be honest. Don't bullshit me. Be honest.
Liz, I'm gonna let you take this one first. I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh, all right.
Um, Another loaded question. Um, okay, ask the question one more time because I want to make sure I answer it right.
Okay. When a man, let's say that a man has stepped out on you and has cheated on you, and you find out, which of course you're going to. Can you ever 100% trust ever again, or is that something that you tell yourself, but it really ain't so? Is that some bullshit that we saying that? Oh, I can forgive him. Is that bullshit, ladies? That's what I'm asking you, because let's be real. That's why we here having this
Okay.
conversation. Are we bullshitting ourselves when we say I can forgive you, or are y'all just like men and you say once you cheat on me, fuck you, I'm checked out?
No, no, we're not just like men. No, we're not
Okay.
just like men. So let me say that we're not just like men. And no, no, we're not. So no, we're not gonna just automatically immediately check out, right? But I
Hmm.
will say, it does require it requires a lot of rebuilding of that trust, right?
Hmm.
Because women, as you we talk about this all the time, we're emotional, right? Everything for us is really connected to our emotions, right? And so
Hmm.
once you violated that trust, made us feel unsafe, right?
Yes,
You
absolutely.
made us feel like you're no longer protecting us in that moment, right? Then it takes a little bit to build that back up.
A little bit
So,
or a lot to
well,
build that back up.
I'm scaling it back, but yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I
And
don't scale it
especially
back.
depending
I want
upon,
to know. I want to
okay,
know exactly. Yeah, don't scale it back. Let's be real.
especially
Yeah.
depending on the situation, right? You know,
Hmm.
I mean, and again, one person might say one thing and one person might say another, right? I've definitely been cheated on. So, and I stayed. Okay.
Okay.
Um, so, and when you ask the question, well, why did I stay? It was a loaded situation, right? My identity was wrapped up in that situation. So at that moment, I didn't really recognize who I was, and I didn't have my own identity. So I stayed in that situation, right?
Hmm.
Um, did I fully trust them? Mm-mm, right? Did I try? I did, but
Yeah.
it didn't change. So it just continued to go, right? So I would say it just depends, because sometimes a person can cheat and it could just be like, hey, we had this conversation. We do what we if we gonna throw blows, because you just might have to. You might have to go ahead and
All
pull
right.
them
So
gloves out.
yeah. Okay. So
Damn,
we see
damn,
where you at with it.
that's what they call her feisty.
Just saying,
That's her.
we gonna talk.
She,
We gonna have a situation about it. It's gonna be
So
something about it.
cause it's gonna be some furniture movement in the house. So is that what you saying? Okay, I got
It's
you.
gonna
I
be
got
some
you.
furniture
All right,
moving.
all right.
y'all
So
just feel blessed for who you getting right here today with Danny. Just
Right,
I
right. I just slowed down a little bit. I just slowed down a little bit.
done heard some
Yeah, no,
stories, Jay. For real, I done heard some stories.
Ooh.
So
yeah, no, it's gonna be some furniture blowing, and some sunglasses wearing a little bit.
Oh gosh,
Um,
oh my gosh, oh my
you know,
gosh.
but
damn.
then after that, you really have to ask yourself: is this really what you want to do? Right? Is this worth being here? Right? Do you see that this in the long term is going to benefit everything that your worth says? Right? And so
Hmm.
at that
Hmm.
moment, then you have to ask yourself, does this person really was this just a one-time thing? Because the person expressed, hey, I was missing, because you got to realize that something happened, right? Most times.
Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
sometimes it's just because you feel like you can, right? But most times it's
Hmm.
like, we it's a disconnect somewhere in this relationship. So can we
Right.
work on this disconnect and build the relationship back up? If we can work on the disconnect and build the relationship back up, then yeah, you go ahead and you do that, right? As long as we put in the work. But if we feel that that's not happening, that's not available, then we have to, you can't keep moving the furniture.
Right, right, right. Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
So
My boy Victor Vizier said all cheaters are
I
trash for
know I'm
long-term
trying to keep up
relationship
with them.
material. And hey, that's 100%
Thank you
true.
for your
If
honesty.
Right.
right,
Yeah.
right. If you're a person that want to be in a relationship or married eventually, then yeah, cheaters that them niggas got to get the hell on up out of here, cuz that's not how we create that. You know what I'm saying? Long-term relationships and marriages need to be built on 100% trust. Period. Point blank. You got to be able to trust each other, and that's what this whole conversation is about. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to figure out for females, like, what does that safe space feel like? What's needed, out of us men, because I feel like we always have these conversations, but they get all loud and rowdy and everybody stops listening. So I'm glad that this staying cool and we were reserved with it. Jay, you really didn't give an explanation like Ash did about it. You
No,
want to go ahead and go with
you
yours?
did.
Baby, I'm gonna tell you like this. History has a tendency of repeating itself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So most times, a cheater gonna be a cheater. And
Absolutely.
so
Mm.
and so I have heard, I don't know if this is true, I have heard that men, and obviously I'm not one, but I have heard that men will, if they cheat one time and they see what it does to their woman, then they won't put her through that again. Now, I don't want to go through that in the first place.
Right. Okay.
Right. I thought we had another. I thought somebody was chiming in. But yeah, so we don't want to go through that in the first place, and it's just a very slim percent of people who are not going to form that pattern, that habit for me. So it's not happened to me in the past. I've not gotten back with somebody who, not successfully at least, who has cheated on me. But I don't know. I think it's about principle, honestly. I think it's just about principle, and that you don't want to put somebody you care about in that type of pain.
No, and that's the thing. You don't want to put that a person that you care about in that type of pain, And I don't get the cats that go out here and do it. It's weird as shit to me. Like I really don't understand it. I mean, you know that you wouldn't want your woman cheating on you, so why the hell would you do it to her? Then you got a bunch of dumb shit that they talk about. Well, men ain't supposed to be monogamous and all this, right? And then they come into the Bible and say,
That's
well,
what I want to get
Samson
into.
had 50 million wives, man. And so you're like, okay, man, so you trying to justify you cheating on the Bible? Okay, whatever, man. It is what it is.
This is what I want to ask you now. So as you talk about this and talk to other men, do the majority of the men you talk to still want a monogamous relationship?
Do they still want? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. The majority of men do still want monogamous relationships. Absolutely. They don't want anything more than one woman, because the rule is that, if you have more than one woman, you can't, if you have more than one wife, you can't treat any wife higher than the other. So imagine how hard it is to take care of one woman, and you sitting here with three. You know what I'm saying?
And so in that, we're talking about in an organized situation, like polygynous things like that. But
right.
Just not even getting into religion or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hear so many times men say that we're animals, we're naturally like this, we naturally want other
hunters.
Yeah, like so is this like, if you're telling me this is what it is, then I will listen and believe you and won't keep on subject.
No. Okay. So I'm kind of getting what you're saying now, or what you're asking now. Okay. Are men naturally monogamous? Like,
not naturally.
Naturally, no. I don't think so. I don't think naturally we are. I really don't. Because women outnumber men as far as numbers go. So I don't think every man is naturally monogamous. However, I do feel like there are men who have evolved and are willing to challenge themselves, and they know that they won't fail that challenge. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, once you figure it out, it's not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, as far as like what sex is, you know what I'm saying? Like once you figure it out, it is a big deal, but it's not a big deal. Like you're like, okay, this is not going to consume my life. Some new woman over the woman that I have. That's not going to consume my life.
Did y'all see what Victor said?
Hold on, let me see what
Victor said.
He said, there you go, right there.
The men that want monogamy are single for that reason. Okay. The women that want monogamy are usually already mothers.
It's the last sentence.
Okay, men would want monogamy with a woman that is childless. Okay, so, what's considered childless, Vic? Are we talking about, completely childless, or what if a woman has had a child and the children are out of the house now? Is she childless now? I mean, let's ask that question. I mean, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to be honest with you, because like I said, it's a select group of men, which are a great deal of men that, like I said, do want monogamy. They don't want the whole, 10, 20 different, wives out here. We don't want that. Don't want the headache.
Do he have kids? Because he said childless, never gave birth.
Okay, childless, never gave birth. Okay, all right. So, all right, that's something else. That's something else. Why does it have to be particularly a woman that's childless that's never gave birth? I mean, what's
I wonder that, because I'm about to be 48 on next Monday. I got one child, So like, should I just forget about it? Should I just
Based off that definition right there, yeah.
Yeah. I
I want
mean,
to know if y'all tell me, I'm going to listen. Okay.
I'm
I mean,
not. I'm not gonna listen to that.
he said, okay, so he says men's trust is fragile.
This I
What they got
Okay.
to do with us having kids, though? Like,
yeah.
so again, let's take that back to again the main topic of the discussion, right? Which was what we calling it? Protection doesn't
Information.
always it isn't always just physical, right? So you're fragile. We are too. The problem is that the world don't see that we fragile, and we get manhandled, tossed around, this, that, and the third, and then we get this man to come to us and say, "But I'm fragile, motherfucker. I am too. I'm fragile
It's
too."
the man. See, I think Vic is telling us, Victor. I'm sorry, Victor is telling us how like this is what men are. This is just it. Not that it's justified. This is just what it is. So that's why this happens. And of course, sis, of course, we are as well, and we've been like that. Don't matter because they're I'm sorry, guys, but y'all.
He said men and women's trust is fragile in different areas. No, it's not. It's really not. It's really the same, correct? It's really the same. It's just how you're placing it or how you're viewing it.
Their
But it's
egos
really
are
the
fragile.
same.
Their egos. Our egos don't get in the way so much. They can't handle baby.
What? Wait. Okay, so wait. So Victor, you went to a whole different story for us. Women can't be the victims
for a second. Come on now.
Women can't be the victims of fraternity fraud. What? So,
okay. All right. All right. Okay. I mean, but
you can't even speak on that because you don't have kids. Like, no,
until
it's not a good point, right?
I don't know.
I can't really say it's a good point for me personally.
I don't
right?
know. You know, I don't know
Because,
where brother going with it right now. You know, it's like I said, what we're doing is we're talking about women's safe spaces. Like, you know, how do we preserve women's safe spaces?
Can we table that conversation for another day? Because that one right there don't have nothing to do with this.
No,
but we can talk about that one day for
absolutely,
you.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so the state. Let's go back up a few. The fragile, right? Everyone is fragile, and that's what we're talking about. But what we find is, and which is what we had this conversation about, is what we find is that oftentimes we live in a world where we're single forever because every man that might be willing to even entertain us, the first thing that they say is they're worried about a financial, right? So they don't, and most men, correct me if I'm wrong, cousin, because I'm not a man, but most men feel if they're not financially stable, then they are not in a world to where they can actually entertain and date and really be a benefit, do anything for us.
This is correct.
Right? Because most men tie their being successful based off of being just financial, right?
Yeah.
And so if they feel like that they're not financially stable, then you're gonna keep doing whatever. But and you're not hearing us when we're like, listen, you might not be financially stable. You might need for me to be that person to help guide you to that stability, right?
Right.
But you keep bypassing me because you're so worried about you're not financially stable. But
because that's what we taught. That's what we taught. We've been taught that the whole time. Yes. We've been taught that the whole time throughout society. So at the end of the day, you can't fault men for feeling like that when we've been taught that the whole damn time. You know, so it's that pressure. You know, yes, you do need to. You know, you want to be as financially straight as you could possibly be. You know, now if you get a good one and you get a great woman, you get a great wife or whatever that's very supportive and willing to invest into your ventures and all that stuff, then yeah, you can kind of lean up on that a little bit. But for the most part, like I said, you want to be financially solid if you can be for your wife or significant other. Like, for example, I hope to make it you know, to where I'm making enough money to where my wife isn't working anymore. That's my goal. You know, before, you know, the whole retirement thing. You know, I'd like to retire here in the next 10 years if I can. If I can make the right moves and retire here in the next 10 years, because I just don't want to work no more. You know, and that's a challenge that men give
Y'all
ourselves.
baby only gonna be 15. Ooh, child, because
That's
they
fine.
started real young, cousin.
That's fine.
They started young slash old in their age.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm
But
just playing with
let's
you.
read what my boy Mike Major said right here.
I
He
like
said
his comment.
that's why
I
it's so
love it.
important to work on ourselves so we respect boundaries of relationships, because at the end of the day, nobody wants their hearts broken out. I mean, broken, but key word is respect. Definitely, bro. And me and Cuz, we talked about this on an earlier date. We talked about, you know, working on yourselves, and most people who do go through those heartbreaks, they don't work on themselves. They jump right into another damn relationship, and that's not how it works. You have to tear yourself down to build yourself back up. And most of us aren't doing that. We're just going from one person to another person to another person without ever healing. Yeah. So go ahead. What do you guys think about that comment right there?
I like his comment. You pretty much said exactly right. I was gonna say
What's wrong?
something. I ain't gonna say
Come
it.
on.
I ain't gonna
Come
say
on.
it.
Come on.
I ain't gonna say it.
You
I
get
ain't gonna say it.
started.
I ain't gonna say it because I don't know that person, and I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
You're gonna be real. You're gonna be real, and you're gonna be respectful. So it's gonna be all good. Just
No, I was just getting ready to say. Victor messages. It reads like he might be a little bit hurt, like somebody hurt him, and he is just projecting all through his comment, like just
Yeah.
it just reads like somebody hurt him, and that's understandable, right? Because as he just said, men are fragile, right? And sometimes it does take a lot for other people to heal upon the situation that they were presented, they went through, right? But
Mhm.
you can't project all of that on everybody else.
Okay. So
it's not
yeah,
fair.
I get that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Ross. Do you think?
Well, I was just saying it's not fair, but I at that point was still with old Victor because to me what he was saying about the male ego, just the ego
Baby, it
is
was the
what is
paternity thing that
fragile.
took me
So
out.
it's not to say that it is okay. That one, I was just like,
Okay, let me explain the paternity thing. What he
Now,
says
don't
is
hey, don't put his business on blast. I don't want.
no,
I don't want to put him
no.
on
We're
blast.
not putting
Okay.
no business on blast. What I'm saying is
Okay.
like, okay, I can
Okay.
explain the paternity thing. So the paternity thing, when he said that women never have to go through that type of, betrayal, that is actually true. Women never have to go through that type of betrayal. Now, you may have a man make another baby on you. Okay, that's hurtful. I get it. It is. Yes, I would be ready to. I'd be ready to blow a motherfucker's head off if they did that to me. Best believe. So I understand. That's hurtful. But on the other side of it, for a
on the
man,
other
let's say
side.
that, yeah, it's for a
But
man. So let's say that.
again, so I
Oh,
get
let me
what you're
finish.
saying, right?
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So
Go ahead.
if a man has what he thought was his baby, and he didn't raise this baby until baby out of college, baby needs or he need a kidney, baby need a kidney, something come back, take the paternity test. Oh, this ain't my baby, and I'd have put in all that money, all that time, all that love, all that affection, and this is somebody else's. See, y'all ain't never heard, y'all ain't never felt that type of pain. that's
So
a different level of
let me know
pain.
when you finish because I got a rebuttal back for that.
All right, go ahead, rebuttal
Yep.
back. Go ahead, do your
Okay,
thing.
so first off, we have felt that level of pain, okay? And this is the thing. Oh, I'm getting ready to give it to you. And I'm gonna speak. I'm speaking from experience, okay?
All right, go ahead.
Because so first off, let me take what you said. The man was with this child up until college, graduation, something.
Mm-hmm.
So the child was your child, right? The
No,
DNA
you don't get to do that.
No.
You don't get to do that.
I let you speak.
Better get this. She's going
I let
somewhere.
you speak. I let you speak.
You're right. My bad.
I let you speak. So
My
at
bad.
the end of the day, the child was your child. So Okay, so you can't say no, you don't get to do that because you have a child, right? That
Hmm.
is your child. Okay.
Hmm.
That you don't do no different from the other child that is your child. Correct or wrong?
This
Right
is
or wrong?
very true.
Right?
Right, definitely.
Exactly. So what I'm saying to you is, yeah, you the DNA might have said something different later in life, right? But that's your child. It don't matter. It's still your child. Even when you find it out, what you gonna walk away? No, because it's your child, right? It's been your child from day one. You just so happen to find out that y'all don't share the scientificness that makes you that person's child, that father, right? That's number one. But to make the statement to compare and not even trying to one up, because I'm gonna tell you like this, it's the worst thing in the world, right? Nobody ever wants to one up this situation right here.
Right, right,
But
right.
to even just to say the one up, to find out that the person that you thought was your world went outside of your world and created another human being from, so it's not that you found out 18, 19, 20, 25 years later, right? Whenever you say you needed a kidney, whatever it was,
Hmm.
right?
Right, right, right.
But to find out that somebody had that baby at day one, at day one, and then you got to still maneuver with that for the rest of
Hmm.
your life,
Hmm.
that it is a different, it is a hurtful feeling. So I get what you're saying, right? But what it shows is that inside, and it's the same thing for both of them, both relationships, both situations. The trust was broken because someone went outside of the relationship, right?
Hmm.
In
Absolutely.
both scenarios, someone went outside of the relationship, and so the trust was broken. The difference is that you found out about your trust issue 35 years later, right?
Right.
Okay,
That
I'm
ain't
just
cool.
making it ain't right, but it's 35
Right.
years later. But
Yeah.
imagine from day one, right? And still and having to live 35, 45, 55, 65, 75 years down the line, having to acknowledge that right there.
Okay. I can see both
So
sides. I can
so
see both
it
sides.
go Jay.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, so if we're gonna get into, first of all, the paternity fraud thing, I think is absolute trash. I hope it wasn't done intentionally. But
Right.
yeah, I
Right.
wouldn't want that type of pain on anyone. Um, but if we want to flip that, and of course, I don't have any statistics on this, but how often
We
is
can
it
look it
that
up.
a
What you want me to look up?
woman, a man creates the child and is gone? He gone.
Mm.
That woman raises that child the same amount of time that that man has been raising the child that is not his. Well, she's been raising that child on her own. She has no help. That pain right there is nothing to be shortchanged either.
Oh
So
no, no, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. I
And then,
get that
and
too.
then and then we
Yeah.
got it's two folded, right? So the man left, and then we got Victor and his friends that say, because we didn't gave birth and we got a child. What it say? A man wants with a woman that is childless, but we got a child, so we can't even get into that type of relationship anymore because the man, the daddy left, and then the new people don't want to entertain us because we got a child, as if we just
Hmm.
chose to
so
have the
we
baby
just
and
we
said, hey, I don't want to
Hmm.
be with the daddy. I'm gonna
Hmm.
just take care of this baby by myself.
I get it. I get it. Yeah, Kente Holland. He said, "Isn't biology important?" It is. It can be
Biology
important.
is for sure important. I saw that. Biology is for
Mm-hmm.
sure important, right? It is. It's very much so important. But what I will say, and I didn't get a chance to say this, and I don't want to throw shade to nobody, right? Because I got two kids. But one thing for certain, two things for sure, you knew who your baby daddy was when you if you there if as a female, you know who your child's father is. I'm sorry. You know who your child's father is. Unless you are in a circumstance situation.
That's even worse, to know that a man took care of a child that wasn't biologically, and she
I'm just being
knew
dead.
the
It's
whole
something in the
time.
back of that person's mind that says
Hmm.
there's a possibility that this child might not be so and so's, right? It's there. It's there.
Mm. Mm. Okay.
And
Okay.
I mean, just being a biology person, it's there.
Right. All right. So
Okay.
I
But
mean,
yes, no,
yeah.
biology is important. But this is the thing. Biology is important, but oftentimes as Kevin, like my kid's father, with my son, not sure whomever else, I could just only speak up. Oftentimes biology isn't what it was, but they stepped up and took care of that child. So biology is important, but it's not the deciding factor on if that's your child or not.
Absolutely. I get that too.
So
And so, see, this is what we talk about. We talk about the hurt that women go through, the hurt that men go through, and like you said, it's not like we're trying to one up each other. Because I mean, at the end of the day,
it's because this ain't no one up. You
hurt
don't even want to one up
yeah,
me.
hurt is hurt. You know what I'm saying? Hurt is hurt. And I do feel like that's the reason why we have a whole lot of single people out here that really don't want to engage and get back into the dating arena, because everybody's still hurt. Everybody still got this wall up. And I'm like, okay, so when do we let the wall down? When can we say that now we should be mature enough to be real with each other? So still today, in our 40s, we can't be mature enough to be real with each other. That's weird to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to be mature to just be straight up with each other. It's just my
And that's why we
opinion.
were having this conversation today, to really have that, to break it down, right? Because it really, when we were talking to you, that's when we realized, I ain't gonna really say that's, but it's when it came to like the forefront that everyone has a different view on protecting, on what the relationship is and the things and what is needed to be in a successful relationship, especially in our culture, right? Because we don't talk about this type of stuff. Like,
No.
you gonna find the people that's going, for example, like I you said, huh?
I'll be right back.
Okay, boo. I ain't gonna, like I've been on the dating app because I'm single. So I've been on the dating app, right? And I have had to have the conversation where I'm like, baby, let me tell you something. I bring a lot more to the table than what you're focused on. So no, you're not gonna ask me to send you a picture that might display some skin. Child, I got skin. You see my face, you see my arms. That's all you need to see. Right? Focus on get to know me. Don't worry about what I'm bringing to the table sexually type thing,
How
right?
often would that happen? Let's say if out of
It's
five.
all of the time. Like, honestly, was one of the reasons why I don't have a profile. Like, in my profile, I have to literally put the disclaimer. If your primary goal is to try to get with me sexually, baby, I'm not who you're looking for.
Right.
Go ahead, swipe to the left or whatever they
that
take
makes
to do.
them come even that makes them
So
come even
same
more.
thing. So same thing for you, Jay. You getting the same thing. You getting a whole lot of dick pics.
Yo,
No.
That's what I'm assuming that y'all talk about, right?
It ain't just dicks.
I know.
It ain't just those type of pictures. Now,
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
okay.
front. I have for sure received like random, and look, it's so funny because they come to my phone. I send them right to Jay and them, like, y'all look at this.
So y'all sitting there clowning dudes. God Almighty,
what's going on?
Hey,
Right,
hey,
but I mean,
get it.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I had met this dude. Like, well, he don't follow me, so he don't follow me up here. We follow each other on another platform. Just randomly, it's like, okay, yeah, cool. So, educated person. Child, next thing I know, he just sent me the picture. I was like, hey, y'all, look at what I left him right
I
there.
didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask for that. So thank you, and I'm gonna leave you right there.
Like, give a nigga a warning or something.
Oh my
It was no warning. It was no nothing. It was just boom, and I left you right there. Like,
And then
funny,
you
like,
don't be
you'll
giving
message
us
me.
no warning.
I don't. I sure don't. I just drop it right into our little group chat.
Oh,
Boom.
no.
Here you go. This is what I got.
Oh no.
No.
I didn't seen a whole lot of podcasts. I heard a whole lot of different things that women are going through with these dudes, and I'm like, yo, this is sick. Like, that's sick. You know what I'm saying? That's all. And like I said, you getting up.
So, disclaimer to anybody out there: if you have sent me a picture, baby, my friends done seen it.
Now,
y'all being naughty.
now, I'm gonna let y'all ladies know that, and both of you already said you don't expose yourself, but that works both ways.
Oh yeah, we
So,
sure.
Yes,
We
it
sure.
does.
yeah,
We
so
sure.
so
We sure.
if you done flashed your titties to a nigga, you best believe his whole crew done seen them titties. If you done
For sure.
been over with your back arch with your vagina
Listen,
showing,
listen,
and
listen.
everybody done seen that. It's just
Yeah,
what I'm gonna let y'all know that now.
It's on the
Try.
internet. Yes.
Let's see. But yeah, so no, so and I say that to say because you know that was a little joking moment. But seriously, honestly, like
Mhm.
you like, sir, you're 65 years old. Your thing doesn't even work. Why are you talking to me about this? Why? Talk to me about something else, right? Because I'm 1000% sure at 65, this
That's
shouldn't
still
be a
what you got
conversation
going.
for
That's
me.
still what you leading with. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest
Like,
with you. That and see the thing is that from what I've been told, it comes so easy now
hmm.
that's what a lot of men expect now. You know what I'm saying? That it's coming too easy. Like the I mean, at the end of the day, like, the reason why a diamond has a high price value is because it's a rarity. You know what I'm saying? It's a rare stone. So if everybody out here giving away pussy and dick all damn day, then of course the value of that goes down, right? I mean, it's
Listen, that's
supply
the
and
exact
demand.
talk I had with my nieces. I literally had
Yeah.
this talk. Yes, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. The value of it's gone down. So at the end of the day, like, that's why you guys are running into that situation, because there's so many females out here that's willing to give it up. I made a post on Facebook the other day. The people from Roanoke that's here that's looking at this, they saw this post. I said we got entirely too many hoes in Roanoke. We do.
oh,
It's
that's what
too
you
many
said?
hoes. Yes, I said that. There's too many damn hoes
You
in
said
Roanoke. I said, because it is. It's way
I
too many
missed that
hoes in Roanoke.
post.
What I mean by that is you got women, you got men out here that's married and in relationships and everything, and women out here know that they married and in relationships, and they still choose to fuck them niggas.
Wait
That's
a
a
minute. Press pause. So that
what?
make her a hoe?
You damn right.
Because
It makes it's not the
but
man's fault. We just spoke about that. It's
okay.
not the man. It's not the man's fault. He shouldn't even
Wait a
have to
minute. Hold
go through
on.
that
Wait
temptation.
a minute. Press
He should
pause.
be.
Press
He
do
pause.
should
that
be off the
temptation.
Press
damn.
pause.
He should be
Press
off
pause.
record,
Press
off limits.
pause. Press pause.
Get him,
Press
get
pause.
him, D. Get him.
Press pause. Press pause. Cause I'm confused. The man is married, right?
That's right.
She's single.
Uh-huh. Knowing
Okay.
that the
Uh,
man is married though.
the man know he married too, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Last time we checked, he was the one that was standing at the aisle or wherever they got married at, right? So
Everybody needs to know the nigga married.
how is it her fault and how she the hoe when he is the one that was married? He's married. It's him stepping out again. Here we go, right?
He
You
shouldn't.
stepped out. He
Shouldn't have
stepped
to.
out
He
of
shouldn't
on
have to
his
be
relationship.
enticed by anyone. It's okay. Case in point, right here. Martin Luther King. You got Martin Luther King right
Don't
here.
bring
You
my
got
good
hold on.
MLK up in this.
You got
He
you
don't
got
got
Martin
nothing to
Luther
do with
King.
this.
You got Martin Luther King. You got Coretta Scott right here. Okay.
Okay.
Everybody in the world knew that Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott was married. Everybody knew that MLK was a married man. You still had hoes out here that wanted to fuck MLK. Now, I want you to think about that. I want you to really think about that. These hoes out here knew MLK was married. He was on TV. One of the only black people that was on TV, okay? So at the end of the day, is what I'm saying is MLK, everybody
They
knew
was
him.
a
He was
hoe
very
and
popular.
he was a hoe.
Oh,
But
okay.
okay, so there you go. So that's number one. It's a two parts. Number one, but number two, most
Everybody a hoe.
importantly, right? Most importantly, there's only one person in that situation that's bound by a contract, and it ain't the person, the girl. It's only one person
That's true.
in
That's
that
true.
situation that's bound by a contract, and
That's
it
true.
ain't the girl.
That's true. That's
So
true.
you
That's
can't
true.
call her the hoe because he stepped out of his contract. He breached his own contract. She ain't got nothing to do with that. She just so happened to be a willing participant in him breaking the contract, but he broke his own contract.
Okay, but see, the thing is, if I ain't got no crack, I can't be a crackhead. That's just
You
how it
still gonna
works.
be a crackhead just because you ain't got it. You just gonna try to go find it somewhere else, but you still gonna be a crackhead. That's just like, so listen, that's just like for alcoholics, right? They go through Alcoholic Anonymous, they go through their AAs, they sober for however many years, they still an alcoholic, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
you
oh,
said
yeah.
Don't
Hey,
don't
mama,
place it on don't
look.
place
not
it
the
on the
issue.
person that's not
Look.
married. I see my aunt in there talking about it. So
So,
yes,
so my
auntie,
mom,
you
I know about all these hoes. So let me tell you something, mom. I got a whole lot of friends that be talking about these hoes. They be coming after them all the time. They be sitting there in the
woo,
lunchroom, and these hoes will bring them
what
a nice plate.
lunchroom?
They bring them a nice plate at work. You know what I'm saying? Because the man been
So
complaining
let's
about his
back up.
man
So
not
once
cooking,
again,
his woman not cooking. So she done came in here with a delicious
there you go.
morsel,
That's it right there.
and then and
So
then. And he got this man butt naked in the daggone in the damn bedroom. It's the woman's fault.
the man was butt naked. He was a willing participant himself.
You're
Don't do
right.
that.
You're
Don't
right.
do
You're
that.
right.
And
You're right.
again, he is the
Absolutely.
only one that is bound in a contract. He's the only
Absolutely.
one.
Absolutely. I just
Let
be
me tell you
trolling. I just be
something.
joking with that.
Let me
That's
tell you
true. Yeah.
something. Y'all done let Victor and whoever else get us all the way off track.
Way
To
off
off
track.
topic. Right,
He
right,
done fucked
right.
us up all the way.
Okay, so wait, I wanna go back to Kenta. Is that how I say his name? Kenta?
Kente? Yeah.
Kente. Okay, Kente. So Kente said, I think he was talking about when I said we send the pictures to our friends. He was like, that's what would crush most men. I think that might be what he was talking about
Nah, he was
because I
talking about
didn't
Having a baby on.
the baby
having a baby.
that
What
yeah.
okay, so let's go back. So what makes
Yeah.
you think that having a baby on a female don't crush us too? Right. It's again,
That's where we
we
talk about those fragile men.
exactly. And again, that's where we go back to the topic in hand where we said what? At the end of the day, men see the relationship, the word protect and provide one way, and we see it protect and provide another way. That financial protect and provide part,
Mhm.
I'm not going to say it's meaningless to us, but we was talking about that 80-20, right? It's probably that 20% for us, right?
Right.
We the emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical protect and provide part
Mm-hmm.
is what is holds that big chunk of the pie for us.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas a man will look at us and he's it's gonna be his 80-20 is gonna be reversed. His 80-20 is gonna be probably financial part, right? And then the emotional part is probably I ain't gonna say 80. It might his financial part maybe like 75, right? And then 25 for the other. I don't know.
I see Robin Wallace said, I know a lot of men in Roanoke who have
She up here
25
talking.
baby mamas. Is he a whore? Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
So
yes,
He
he is.
definitely is a whore,
Absolutely,
mom.
he
There's
is.
a dude out here slinging dick in every damn woman known, and he ain't got no condom or nothing on. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
Absolutely,
And people
absolutely.
understood what sex was and what was being transferred during sex. And you sitting up here having sex with that damn many women unprotected, nigga, you are disgusting. Is
and
what you are.
because of that, it's so scary out here for us. Like,
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely,
okay,
absolutely. I
I'm
don't even
scared.
want to use public bathrooms. That's how protective I
Okay.
am of my genitals. I don't even want to, because I don't want my nuts hitting no porcelain in public. I don't know. I don't
Why
know
you
what's on
sitting on
that
the toilet
porcelain.
though?
I
No
don't know
bounce.
what's in the. I'm talking about using the public bathroom. I don't want to. No, I
Why
have
you
a
sitting
hard
on the
time
toilet?
doing that. So I'm not just gonna be slinging my dick in any and every woman. No, that's not happening. That's disgusting. For any nigga that's out here doing that, that's disgusting. You know what I'm saying?
People
I'm just
lack
gonna be real with you.
discipline. And if we're getting back to the other part of it, people in general are unhealed.
Mm-hmm.
We all
Absolutely.
need to heal. And before you're trying to project your pain onto somebody else. So that's really what it comes down to.
All
Yeah.
right.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, it's
So what
it's
other
a
questions you have, Kevin, about this topic?
this topic right here. And so let's see. I mean, to be honest with you, I think we covered everything that you guys were saying. You guys said you guys wanted a safe space, and a space to where you could be vulnerable and be yourself. And I think that's big. I think that's huge. And if that's something that we have to provide as far as being a provider, that safe space, now that we know that, that's something that we can definitely work on, to make sure that our woman is completely comfortable in the space that we give her. You know what I'm saying? Like, can she come to you and confide in you and chill with you and feel loose? That's basically what you're saying. So yeah, that's a dope thing. That's a dope thing. That's a dope way of looking at it. So it's not just about the financial side, like you said, and maybe we shouldn't push ourselves so heavy on that side because according to you guys, is it important? It can be, but that ain't the top of the list. And we've been told wrong this whole time that the monetary part of it was the top of the list, not the emotional. So
It's
that's the
not.
reason why we concentrated on the monetary and really never concentrated on the emotional.
So and I think that's why when women cheat on men, it really impact y'all
Hmm.
um a lot because what y'all do understand is that if we cheat, it's an emotional connection that we have with the
That's
person,
right.
right?
That's right. Which is
But
horrible.
but this is the thing.
Yeah.
But this is the thing.
Yeah.
Understand, right? That if we're cheating, then if we have an emotional connection with that person, then that's what we're missing from our person, which that means our person that we were originally in a relationship with that we're cheating on is not what providing us that safe space, right? So that other person is, and we feel safe and
Hmm.
comfortable to be able to do that.
Okay. Okay. I got you. How do you feel about that, Jay? You feel the same way?
Expound on that a little bit more, Cavi. D, I heard your answer, and I have something for it, but I just want to hear the question one more time.
Okay. As far as what Ashley just said here, what you
Yeah,
what you were
what
saying
exact question did you?
about like I said about that actual safe space and also how she just explained that whole safe space thing, and even to the point where she said that that a woman would cheat on a man because he's not providing that safe space. Do you feel like that's accurate
Yeah.
right there? You feel like that's mainly the reason why women would cheat on men is
Oh,
because
this
of an
is what I
emotion?
was gonna say. This is what I was gonna say, and I'm
Yeah.
glad you brought that part back up because I kind of stay away from these conversations
Hmm.
because it always gets generalized. Even D, you fit into that when women cheat, it's because of an emotional connection or whatever.
Hmm.
I just can't speak on because I'm not like that. I'm not, and I'm not saying I don't cheat. I'm just saying I like the fuck too. I'm just saying, like, so the men get
Okay.
to like.
We're
I
being real
mean,
here.
I'm just
We're
gonna
just
be
being real.
real.
It's
You
fine.
know,
It's okay. Let's just be
yes,
honest.
I like the fuck too.
The way I
Right,
just
right.
bust
I'm
out
sorry,
laughing when
like,
she said that.
Ash should be on some shit, but she be full of shit sometimes, dude. Yeah, women
No,
women like to fuck
Jay
too,
ain't.
baby. So let's
I
just be
think.
honest.
Hold on, wait, hold on. Because see, because I think because her birthday coming up, she's showing out right here, right now. I think that's what that is. Because honestly, she
oh,
made that statement, and yeah, you right. We will say, yeah, we like to fuck too, but realistically speaking, right? If we're in a situation, okay, we just had a whole conversation about pointless one, pointless two, right?
Right.
Pointless one, pointless two had our time, right? Didn't deserve it. Pointless one, pointless two didn't deserve it. And we really wasn't giving anybody else our time doing pointless one, pointless two. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I say that to say at the end of the day, yes, we do like what we like, but when it comes down to actually stepping out of a situation that we're in
Mm-hmm.
and being disloyal to that situation, it's because we got an emotional tie connected somewhere, right? And it's probably because where we're at, the situation we're in, isn't emotionally fueling what we what we need. We're missing, we're lacking something right there emotionally. So
See, y'all way more wronger than men then, because like Jody said on Baby Boy, he said, I just be out there fucking them hoes. I don't love them hoes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be actually loving these niggas.
with Jay-Z
so
saying
but
song cry, I
Jen,
was just fucking them
Jen,
hoes. I was gonna come right back.
I was gonna come right back.
Yeah.
That's
You
basically
know,
what he
somebody
said.
said that to me. Somebody said that to me back in the day. And I was like,
Well,
what?
he got it from that song, and he
I
knew you
know
hadn't heard it
that
yet.
yeah, that's actually that's our song. I consider that to be our song.
That's
But I
So
was
sis,
like, yo, so
yeah.
you
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, like I get it. You know, and we got to talk about that.
instead of cheating, just break up. You right. You
You
right.
Yeah,
said
so
that,
we're not even gonna sit here
Um,
justifying
say
cheating.
his name one
Period.
more time.
that's Ken. I want to say Kente is what his name is. Kente. I don't see his
Okay.
picture, so I don't know who it is personally. But like I said
Is it a
Kente.
he or is it a he? You know
I
it's a
think
he?
it's a he. I believe it's a he. I hope it's a he. Maybe
Child, because
it
we
could
just
be a
been
it could
saying
be a
he the whole
I
time.
don't know.
I thought this was your people.
Yeah, we can get into that now.
At
We
the
ain't
end of
finna
the
get into
day,
that.
he's right on that. You know, saying instead of cheating, just break up. That just makes sense. You know,
Period.
Mhm.
Period.
if you lost your emotional attachment to a man, let's just be honest, it had to take some time to lose emotional attachment to a man. So instead, and he said he's a man. So yeah.
Oh,
Thank you. And I hate that we even have to clarify that these days. Thank you. Thank you for
Right. But like I said, so at the
well,
end of
no,
the
it
day,
was just a
like
name.
yeah, like I
right.
said, with us, it's like it's hard for men to get over a woman that cheated on them because of what you just said. Because of we know there has to be some type of emotional attachment there. You know what I'm saying?
But
We know that. You know, so that's even harder for me. It's like I said, people thought for the longest time that men were machines, and that it's like I explained to both of you guys the other day. You know, you guys are XX chromosome, we're XY. You know, so that X exists in us too. You know what I'm saying? So some of those emotions and things that you guys feel, those are emotions that we go feel too. Now, when we say that we feel those emotions, y'all call us some sassy ass bitch ass motherfuckers.
that's
Basically,
not
y'all
what we
don't.
call them.
That's what y'all call. Y'all call us some
Don't do that.
sassy ass. Man, them niggas gay as hell. That's
Oh,
what y'all
you
be
told us
saying.
stay out in comments. You said stay out in comments.
So at the end of the day, like I said, like so men have emotions too, and you know, when those emotions get hurt, you know, especially like I said, knowing that you gave yourself to another man from an emotional standpoint, that's more impactful than just fucking them. I think we would rather you just fuck them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest with you. I'm just being honest with you. We would much rather you just fuck him because if you got emotionally connected with him, y'all done did some nasty shit in that bedroom and you done came home and kissed me. So, so you gotta think about shit like that. I like Jay Ross's version better where she said she just like to fuck. And
You like
that's
that.
yeah, you know, she ain't kissing no nigga, she just wanna fuck. but for somebody that
What?
you're emotionally attached
I like
to,
Who
kids
told you
you would
too.
that?
kiss. Oh
Who
I
Lord.
like
told
to
you
kiss
that?
too.
Right.
Oh
Like
man.
I'm like, what?
So men don't kiss hoes. That's what we tell ourselves
You's a
anyway.
god daggone lie.
That's what
You
Because
we
are
I done
say.
lying.
seen it. I done
You are
seen it.
lying. You are
Men kiss
lying.
hoes. I ain't never seen a man kiss a
Damn
hoe.
right.
I see it all
Damn
the
right.
time. I see my whole life.
Oh, Lord have
Yeah.
mercy. I'm
Damn
telling you.
right.
All
This
right,
is
Mike
a
Major
question for
said this is a question for both ladies. Who is your dream celebrity guy, and can he disrespect and cheat on you for get his money? Okay, so he said the question is who is your celebrity dream guy, and can he disrespect and cheat on you for get his money?
no, he cannot disrespect and cheat on me. That's number one. No. And who is my dream guy? Hmm.
Yeah, I have a problem with that question all the time.
You get that
Um
question a lot.
Just like the celebrity, who's your celebrity crush? Like,
Okay, yeah.
I'm not,
um,
and you know what, I'm just cause for the right off the top of my head, it's gonna be Idris.
Idris Alba, whatever the heck his
Hmm.
name is. Idris. What
Hmm.
about you? What about you, Ross?
oh, because it's changed. Because I had somebody when I was younger, and that was like the go-to. But then I've grown out of that phase.
Mm-hmm.
The closest I could get would might be like an AI, maybe.
Okay.
You said the
Okay, you
AI?
changing.
Oh, you talking about
Allen
Allen
Not
Iverson.
AI.
Oh, Allen
What?
Iverson.
It's only one Allen and only one AI. We don't.
Oh, I
We
was like
don't
Allen
compare.
Iverson. I was like Google Gemini. You like you
What?
good?
No. It's only one AI that we talk about.
I got you. I got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I got you. So by no way, shape, or form, you wouldn't let that man
No.
cheat on you just by
No.
right. So and he may have asked that question because men will say, I mean, if a man got the
Because
right
some
bank
man be
account,
like, yeah, she could cheat. Because it's the person that they want. Like if something like
because,
somebody.
right,
So Mike,
right.
who's your person? Who's your lady, your female crush, and you gonna let
Yeah,
her do
Mike.
whatever?
He's
Oh
like,
hell
yeah,
no, I
Mike.
know you gonna do that. Yeah, yeah, Mike. Who is your favorite female crush,
Kevin,
man? You know what I'm
who is
saying?
it for you?
Female crush, as far as like a
Mhm.
Hollywood crush, man.
Janet Jackson.
No,
Trying
I
to think
wasn't
about who we
Janet
used to
Jackson.
like when we was
It
younger.
wasn't Janet Jackson. It wouldn't have been
Like
Janet Jackson.
Aaliyah.
Now, who
Nia
did I
Long.
always? Oh fuck you. Well, no,
Yeah,
Sanaa
it
Lathan.
was it
Sanaa
was
Okay.
Lathan.
Nia Sanaa
It was
Lathan.
Sanaa
That's right.
Lathan. Yeah, Sanaa Lathan,
Because
my
I remember you was like,
baby.
oh, yeah, you was always
Jill
saying about
Scott.
Sanaa name.
Oh yeah, Jill Scott. Yeah,
Roy was
definitely.
Oprah.
Not Roy talking about some
Oh, that's
Oprah.
Oprah
yeah.
Winfrey.
I am not gonna laugh at
Cause
that. So
cause
let me stop right
cause
here.
She got money.
cause what? Cause you want her money, Roy. Because
She's a
I
billionaire.
don't see that the last person you was in a relationship compares. It has to be her money. It has to have been. It has to be her money. It has to be where he can go because he like to travel and
Now
take a
let's
picture.
now let's ask this question. We talking about money. Let's ask this question. We've been talking about provider protection, all this good stuff.
And I
Okay,
told
so
you. I told you.
what did he
It's
say? What did he
money.
say?
It's
He
money.
said
It's her
money.
money.
Okay, yeah, of course, of course.
Mhm.
But if you were a woman that made a 6-figure salary, and the
Okay.
man that you were dating made 50K, A,
Okay.
would you date him?
Yes.
And B, would you build him up, or would you, or what? How would you handle that whole situation? Would you keep him at 50, or would you try to build him up? Say, hey, you got
Okay.
more
Do you
potential
want to
than that.
answer first, or you want me to answer?
I can go. I can go. So if I see if this dude is somebody I see a potential that I can really rock with, I can put my trust in them, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm banking. So like you're good. So I'm not that one that you have to, you know, come with a certain number, nothing like that. But if I'm good, then we're good. But you have
We're
to
good.
show me that I can trust you. That's my whole thing.
So it's all about, once again, it's all about trust, pretty much with that.
Just yeah,
Okay.
like
And so then
yeah.
you had the two parts.
I'll
So
do
the
whatever for
answer.
you.
So he said
Okay.
the next part, because before I answer his next question, the second part to that question was, are you going to build him up? But
Mm-hmm.
I have
Of
a follow-up
course.
question to that question before I feel like before we should answer. When you
Okay.
say, are we going to build this person up, right? If this person's career is there, it's a it's I don't know. I don't know a career that gives like 50,000, right off the top of my head. I don't know. But whatever.
We
Garbage
can do
man,
Candy and
local
Todd.
sanitation. Yeah,
Do
local
Candy and
sanitation.
Todd.
No, I don't want to do them because they was messy from the beginning. I just want to like if what okay, so a garbage
Yeah.
man, right? If
Yeah.
that person's career is if that's his career, right? Okay, because somebody got to pick up the trash. Okay, so it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. If that's his career,
Mm-hmm.
when you say build him up, if the career is that he's in that career and 50,000 is where is the pay, then it's nowhere for me to build him up. That's his career. And if he's
Mm-hmm.
content within that career, then that's that, you know what I'm saying? Then that's that. But if we're in the midst of us dating and the conversation, he's like, well, this is my career right now, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 goals, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll do the build up part. But if that's his career, because again, somebody got to get the trash, baby. You know, like I mean,
So basically, what you're saying is, you're saying that if that's his career and he has no more ambition besides that career,
well, I will hope we
then
have ambition somewhere else, right? Maybe not in his career, he doesn't have ambition, right? Maybe in his
okay.
career, he's good where he is, right? But maybe his ambition and his drive is somewhere else that might just benefit me, right? You know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
like might boost me up and wherever I might need to be. You know, he might be my hype man. So that'll be something we'll have to that's a deeper in situation. But to answer your question, right? If his career is his career and it's a decent career, then yeah, then no, we're not building him up, right? We're gonna build us up. That's one. And if he's making 50 and I'm making 6 figures, then we're good because now we're making 6 figures plus 50.
Makes sense.
And then
Like
another part,
his probably responsibility. I would probably say his responsibility is okay. Well, you got to make sure you handle all our travel. Like, make sure your money, because we're gonna travel a few times a year, right?
Okay.
And in the midst of that traveling, again, we're gonna be exposing because not assuming, right? Not assuming, but if he only makes that 50, there's a strong possibility that he hasn't been exposed to a lot, right? It might be that, like I always say about Roanoke, right? You know, I had this conversation, so it's no secret. I always say that I feel like the Roanoke people can't see past the valley, right? And so because they can't, I feel like they can't see past the valley. They don't know life outside of Roanoke, and that it's a lot more to be offered besides that the valley that they see, right? So same thing. If this person is only making 50,000, there's a strong possibility that they haven't been exposed to the outside environment outside of where they are. So if I say, well, you handle our travel, right? And et cetera. We're gonna go to places that's gonna expose him that might pique his interest to doing something else. Because again, ain't nothing wrong with your garbage man job, right? But let's also find something else that's gonna push you to maybe motivate you to do something else that'll fuel your fire so that you're not getting bored. Because a little bit of your garbage job might end up boring him out. Or he might not be able to do it.
Okay. Let's see what Mr. Mike Major says. He said, "I say Miss Scott because she sings, cooks, and cleans. Y'all heard the song, LOL, and she is about her man, so all the protection she needs will be taken care of." Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. I
So
mean,
that's
that
another.
was a good selection. I like Jill Scott.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
yeah.
So Jay, you want to give a response to what Ashley was talking about there?
yeah, I would say another component to add to it, because when it comes to the finances, that's not the deal. Because if you the one, then we gonna work it out. But another thing is going to be schedule. So if I'm doing 7-figure lifestyle, then it's not going to be typical that you work, whatever hours you work. You're gonna have to have some kind of flexibility, most likely, because our schedules are just going to cross, and it's going to be a lot of travel involved, I'm sure. So, like, likely, would those two be able to work? Probably not likely. It's possible, but probably not likely. But especially because of that schedule, there's just so many things. And then he's likely, because we talked about this providing thing that men feel that is their job to do. He may feel insecure because of what he comes with. So I mean, it's just so many factors to it. But if two people can make it work, then y'all make it work when it comes
I'm
down
gonna be
to it.
honest with you. I think that's the reason why, it's so hard for some of our single sisters to find love and find a man, because that salary thing. Because we're constantly hearing that black women are the number one demographic when it comes to receiving education now. So we can see the salaries are going up. I don't know if you guys looked at the last report of new entrepreneurs.
Okay.
17% of all new entrepreneurs in America are black women.
Mm-hmm. That because guess what?
That
Yeah,
is the
clock
that
it
is
up.
the that is the highest demographic as far as new entrepreneurs. So
Hey
black
guys,
women are starting to walk away from the job site and
Go
starting to
ahead.
own their own
stronger,
shit.
stronger dash than dot life. Okay,
Mm.
strong. That is my website. I want
Oh,
you guys
so
to
you have one too? Okay, all
Yeah.
right.
yes,
So we're gonna
yes.
implement that in, Jay. Definitely gonna have to end. But go ahead, repeat that
Okay,
one more time. Repeat it one more
okay.
time.
Let me make sure I got it right. Stronger dash than. How about I'm just going to put it in the chat? That's what we're gonna
Yeah,
do.
you can put it in chat. Let's give a clap up. Clap. so, so at the end of the day, and like I said, I'm proud to see that, amongst Black women, because I see that a lot has happened as far as job loss, pretty much, and I think we were talking about 600,000 Black women have been sidelined economically here recently. So Black women are not giving up; they are fighting the fuck back. Like, okay, you can take my job, but I just create my own job, and then when you can't take that, what then, bitch? You know what I'm saying? So they bossing up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, which I love seeing. So I'm proud
For
of them.
that
I'm definitely
reason, that is one reason. I'm sorry, sis. I just wanted to
No, go
say
ahead.
that also, you know how you were starting to talk about, I think this is where you're going, that women are making, are achieving these levels.
yes, yeah.
And maybe it comes across as if maybe the woman doesn't need the man. This is the independent woman, and
Hmm.
that type of thing. Um, excuse me. I'm not sure exactly where that comes from, but I feel that the woman turns into this independent woman because she doesn't have anybody who's protecting for her or providing for her.
Hmm.
So she has to do it her own. And so now that you've been through this hurt in relationships, well, you're building yourself up, you're reaching these other achievements and accolades. And so now you're bigging that up because you're really just building your confidence back up. This is not for everybody. You're building your confidence back up because I can't rely on this man to provide for me. I've got to do this for myself, and I take pride in this. And so I see a lot of us clashing over that, and I see men saying,
Absolutely.
right? I see
Mm-hmm.
men saying
Absolutely.
that, yeah, the independent woman, like it's a title, but it's based in pain. It really is.
And I think just by the fact that you guys are doing such a good job when it comes to monetary gain, that this conversation does have to take place at some point, because this is just the evolution of relationships and marriages at this point. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what Mike has to say right here. He says, "I don't have a problem with a woman getting her money or making more than me. It's cool, but don't brag on it. Just know that no, I'm not broke. The key word is uplifting each other." Like, okay, so I get exactly what Mike is saying there. Okay, you making a six-figure salary, he making 50K, uh, y'all get into a intense argument, and we've
And you
seen
throw it
this
in
on
his
movies.
face.
We've seen this on movies. She throw it in his face and be like, "You ain't making no damn money anyway." And so it's being afraid of that too. You know what I'm saying? Of a woman basically
Oh,
taking your
she
nuts
got
with her
so. Oh,
words. You know what I'm
So,
saying? So.
okay. Okay, first off, let me before I go to that right there, let me back up, right? Because that's what I was
Mhm.
going to say. So, in April, I came across this Facebook post. I'm gonna send it to you because I just found it in my friend's post. It was the last thing I actually sent him before he passed away.
Mhm.
Um, and it was this man was talking about a wife who was the example that you were saying. She made six figures, the husband made 50, right?
Mhm.
But he still was the head, he still was the leader of everything, right? And it was pretty much because the way he treated her, the way he respected her, the way that he nurtured her and cared for her, right? That she always had the understanding that he could lead and she was willing to follow because she was okay with where he was going, right? So oftentimes that be the issue for us. We come across these individuals, these males that wanna be this, but don't have nowhere that they want to take us, right? And they just want us to follow. Okay. And then that's where our independence step out and we like, hey, we
this
ain't
ain't
going
safe.
nowhere, baby.
Okay, so you
This ain't
saying, so
safe.
you basically saying that, okay, you telling me that you want to follow, or you telling me you want to lead, man, but you're not leading us
I want
anywhere.
you to
Like,
lead me,
yeah,
but you gotta know where
you're
you're
not
leading
leading us
us to.
anywhere. Like, where are we
There you go.
going? What's the plan?
Where we
There you
going?
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right, right. Because
So,
I did
so
see the comedian Monique speak about that too with her husband. She said the
mhm,
same exact thing. She said, "Yes,
mhm,
of course I make way more money than him, but he's still the leader. Viola Davis said the same thing. Like, so the women who making millions of dollars, they not saying that crazy shit. They like, no, our men and our husbands are still, they're
Right.
still in that
And
leadership position.
and then to address his statement right here when he's like, don't throw it in our face, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So most females, we don't, it's not a topic of discussion how much we make and if we make more than you, right? But where the issue comes, and I just recently had this with one of my family members, right? Person called again trying to protect the innocent, right? Person called and it's like, hey, tell Sally Mae something, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
And while talking to them, they end up saying, well, I told them to get out. And I'm like, well, why would you think that it's comfortable? Why would you be comfortable enough to tell this person that you're in a relationship with to get out knowing they ain't got nowhere to go? So now you
Mm-hmm.
have impacted my safe space. You've now made me feel like I don't have stability, right? And that's the last thing a female wants to feel, right? Is to feel like we
Mm-hmm.
don't have stability, we're not safe in that space. So the same way y'all say, oh, you don't want us to throw it in your face, but
Mm-hmm.
oftentimes men, it's an indirect message, right? Where
Okay.
we might say it directly, but you're gonna say it indirectly. Oh, this is my house, or this, or
Oh, so we
this, that,
throwing
and
it
the
in
third.
y'all's face.
Right, but it's a different way that
Oh,
you're
okay.
saying it. But we say, well, I make more money than you. But you'll
Right,
say,
right.
well, this is my house and you can get out. Or that's my car, you can walk. Or, et cetera, whatever, whatever, right? It's the same thing. It just looks a little differently, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem
Mhm.
is at the end of the day, it goes back to that lack of communication, right? And having a true understanding of what everyone brings to that situation, and not try to jump into the situation because so and so drive a nice car, so and so own a nice house, so and so make this amount of money, this, that, and the third. Because just again, like I said, just because they make a bunch of money, don't make them a great person to be in a relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Absolutely. Okay.
because once the person feel like they make a whole bunch of money, they feel like they can control you. And the first thing they want to say is, well, I paid for this, I brought this, I did this, and then you throwing it back in my face.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can
So
see that happening from both sides.
That's how that
I can see how women can do it too.
conversation came about.
Yeah,
right.
I can see how women
Right.
can do it. I can see how men can do it. Yeah, you're
Exactly.
definitely right about that. You're definitely right. I've
Yeah.
heard some men address their women like that, and I'm like, damn, dog, like that's a little fucked up. She don't need to hear
Mhm.
that. Y'all supposed to be together,
Right.
as a team. What did Jay-Z say on excellence, murder to excellence? He said, strays from the same shade, nigga. We on the same team.
Same thing. We on the
you
same
know,
thing.
so he's
Right. We
saying,
fighting the
hey,
same battle. And
right,
and that's
right.
that's what us in our culture we really have to understand. This is what brought the topic about, right? Is we really have to understand how to be able to be in this relationship with each other and not
Yes.
demonize us because
Right.
we're independent. Oh, she too independent. She's too this or too aggressive or too combative. Oh my god, that word blows me. But no, I'm not, boo. It's just that I just been so independent all my life that I got this guard up because I ain't got time for your bullshit. But once you get to know me, you really realize who I really am, right? But on the outside world can't get all of that because they don't have no respect for who I am. So
All right.
instead of trying to mislabel us as these negative, as you and I talked about with, like, just for example with Jasmine and Stephen A, right? The way
Mm-hmm.
he dug into her. Instead of doing that in publicly, baby, have a conversation with me and get to know me. And then you'll be able to defend.
Okay. Okay. I got you. Mike also said uplifting keyword, not to down each other. I
That's
feel
right.
you. Right.
That's right.
Right. Definitely. Definitely. So Jay,
Which
Jay, what
which
you
is why
thinking
we had
over there? Because we about to finish up right here. Get some finishing thoughts right here. Some final thoughts. What are you thinking over there?
don't forget our advertisement thing too, cousin.
I got you.
Okay, yeah. So for me, a lot is not so general. One thing we have to do a better job of is communicating, because through this conversation today, we saw that you, Kavi, had a different definition of what we have for providing and protecting, and both are valid, but we wouldn't know, unless we are actually communicating. So we are not enemies,
Mm-mm.
right? The black male is not my enemy. Like, we
Right.
love you, black men. We love you. Okay. And so I want us to do a better job of communicating. And Kevin, you got to tell me what that term is again for, stalking the IG and all these negative posts that we're seeing on here.
Oh, okay.
Doom
Yeah.
scroll,
You had
right?
a
And
one
Yeah. Doom scrolling. Yeah.
doom
Doom
scroll.
scrolling is what that is. Yeah.
doom
So,
scrolling. We got to stop this. We got to stop
yeah.
this doom scrolling. Go ahead.
Yeah, what I encourage everyone to do is
Um,
I definitely do encourage them not to doom scroll. Like, hey, if you find that your algorithm is just negative towards a certain gender or a certain race or a certain subject or anything like that, make sure you're resetting that algorithm and watch some positive stuff, and balance it out. That's all I'm saying. Like, balance it out. That's all you got to do. So, like I said, we're finishing up. Danielle, Ashley, what do you have for the final word here? Oh
So my
well,
final,
for one, Jay, was you finished with your final analysis?
I think I was, but I'll be forgetting, and then it'll come back. So I'm good for now.
All right, go ahead with yours, Ashley.
so yeah, so I think for me, I really like the conversation. I'm glad we did choose to have this conversation. Yeah, I think we gonna have lighter conversations the next time too.
No,
But
this
yeah,
is a fun one. This is a fun one. I like this one.
this
So
one
this
this
is a
one
good one.
was fun.
Right.
This one
So
was
what we
fun.
want to do is here at the end, we want to go ahead and make a couple of things aware to you. Just a second here. So what we're gonna do
I
is
do want to say something after
we
we
do
do this.
have an advertisement for a friend for the people in the Norfolk area. Please come out and show us some love. Our first game will be against Booker T. This is going to be, well, this is today. Well, that was yesterday, Ashley.
It was yesterday. Oh dang, dang.
Oh,
I
that was
apologize.
terrible
Sorry,
looking,
y'all.
Ashley.
That's not what the message I got. You saw the message I got.
All right, so we'll go ahead and put this one up right here. So this one
Oopsie.
we know is okay. So this is the Fly Codes Invitational Basketball Showcase, and this will be on December the 6th, Saturday. So what we have Andrew Lewis Middle School versus Woodrow Wilson Middle School at 2:30 p.m. We have Andrew Lewis Middle School versus Addison Middle School at 4:15 p.m. Easy Glass versus Roanoke Catholic at 6 o'clock p.m. and Spotswood versus William Fleming at 7:45. So for the people who like basketball, definitely come out to the Fly Coats Invitational Basketball Showcase. And like I said, that is December the 6th. First game starting at 2:30. Come on out. Let's pack out the house, Roanoke. And
You got the one for Charlotte.
I did not see the one for Charlotte. You got to send me that one. I didn't see that one, but yeah. So, but yeah, this was a wonderful conversation. I like this
So
conversation.
I
I
I'm
think
do.
unable to access my chat right.
you said you were unable to access your
Sorry to
chat.
cut you off. I'm unable to access my chat right now. Can somebody just please put in the chat for me? It is stronger dash than
I,
dot
I think
printify
Kevin. I think
dot
let me
me.
type either.
Okay, I got
Go
you.
peruse my shop, see what items you might want, customized, personalized. Yep, just reach out in there, and you'll see my other mission over there.
And like I said, for all the people who did join tonight, we had fun once again. I love the fact that you guys engage in the conversation and everything. And if you guys ever want to come on the actual show, you're more than welcome to. All you need is a phone. And we could definitely chime you in if you guys want to be a part of this conversation. What we do ask is we definitely do ask that you keep it clean and you keep it respectable
It's possible.
for what we're trying to do here and what we're trying to accomplish here. Because people sometimes they want to come on to a show and cause a bunch of ruckus, and yeah, we don't want that, because once the screaming and the argument and the high pitched voices and everything starts to go, then what happens is no one is listening anymore.
Mhm.
So you want to keep everything as peaceful as possible, like you saw today. And so, like I said, everybody, we want you to come back, keep chiming in. There's a lot to learn here from each other, black men and black women. We got so much to learn about each other because, as you saw today and what we discussed, um, like Jay said, there is a bit of miscommunication here. Black men have been fed one thing, black women have been fed something totally different. And from here, we got to come to the table and say, okay, let's fix this thing together because we need each other. We need
We need each
Mhm.
other. We all we
right.
got.
We all we got. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, people?
Yeah.
We can't keep going
Right.
this way. We have to admit, for people who pay attention to politics and news, our black woman is under attack right now, and she needs some help. A lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So, and she needs some support. That's for damn sure. So let's
And
give them
that's
as
why
much support as we can.
that's why we're so big in the entrepreneur. I'm gonna send you this link that I was getting ready to say that too, Mike. But I'm gonna send you this link of this article with a young lady, and we can kind of figure out how we want to talk about that later. But how she
Mhm.
lost her 6-figure job and ended up having to she had to figure out how she was gonna still pay her $3,000 mortgage every
Yeah,
month. So she
yeah.
became an entrepreneur, and to do like that. You want to put the one that I just sent you because I want to say something different going into the holidays. So you want to put that advertisement.
You coming off your mic right now. I don't know what's wrong with your mic. Nope. And I just want to go ahead and before we log off here, we do have a game. Um, Looks like this is in Charlotte right here. This is the
Products.
Huskies versus West Charlotte. Hell of a game, and this will be tomorrow at 7 p.m. It'll be on WCCB. So definitely
Friday,
come check
cousin.
that out as well. So yeah, this is going to be Friday. I'm sorry, of course not Thursday or Thanksgiving, but this will be Friday. Like I said, at 7 p.m. Like I said, two tough teams, so definitely chime in on this one as well. All right, so we're going to go
Can
ahead
you hear me
and
now?
yeah, I can hear you now. We're gonna go ahead and chime out. It's been a wonderful night talking to you guys. I'm about to get back to cooking and shit. So, so we'll meet backstage and discuss what we're going to talk about next
Happy
time.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everybody. We
Thanksgiving.
love y'all. We love y'all. And like I said, keep coming back, y'all. All right,
Love
we out of
you.
here. Peace.